Hello everybody, I am FedoraG4mer and welcome to another episode of Incoming Indie, where we take a look at interesting in development indie games. Right now we are taking a look at an early alpha build of Fantasy Skulls, which is an FPS roguelike somewhat similar to Paranormal Activity, but definitely its own flavor of the genre. Real quick, I want to take a look at the options here, and there is a good amount of options for an early development indie game, especially FOV slider. That's a must-have for any first-person shooter in my opinion, and is set by default to a comfortable 90. So let's go ahead, and you have rebinding, resolutions, anti-alias, and decent selection of options there. I do want to show you this. It is a roguelike with roguelike elements, which means that it is rather difficult. As you can see down here in the bottom left, I have died 52 times and won the game 1 time. There are these achievements you can unlock to get different starting builds. Give you certain items to start out with, which can be extremely handy. I have random gun unlocked, which gives me a random secondary weapon. And the rest of them, probably not going to unlock. A lot of these objectives are extremely difficult. Random gun you unlock simply by beating the game at least once. We'll go ahead and jump into a vanilla game though. No cheats, no extra weapons here, just like you would right out of the box. You start with your trusty revolver, which does require reloading, but has infinite ammunition. Let's go ahead and start looking around. First thing you will definitely take away from this game is it has a very interesting, minimalistic, angular aesthetic. The enemies do as well. Take that guy out real quick, and I'll talk about why he's my top priority here momentarily when I'm not trying to die. Now what just happened there is I got a crit. Every enemy, well, maybe not every enemy, but most enemies have a weak point. If you shoot them in that weak point, you do a double damage crit shot. So that is a good thing to learn on the enemies. That first enemy I killed though, I have not been able to find a weak point on them. I haven't got up in their face to try very well, but I like to kill them quickly because they spit out these floating mines of doom that usually end up posing me. Here's a chest. These eggs around here are where the enemies spawn from, so you can take a look around. And you hit this button in the middle to start the enemy spawns. They all pop out of their eggs. Or if you get too close to the eggs, they have a chance of spawning, and that will trigger all the spawns in the room. Or breaking chests open has a chance of causing them all to spawn as well. So we'll go ahead. Okay, this thing will take out immediately because it likes to blanket the room. Its attacks are extremely predictable. They always follow the same path, so they're not that much of a problem. The only time they are actually extremely dangerous is when there's other mobile enemies chasing you around a room with those flying around everywhere. That's when it gets nasty. We'll go ahead and kill that turret guy there. They as well are not much of a threat by themselves. Only when you're running or dodging from other things and not seeing where they're at can they actually be extremely dangerous. Now the sound effect you heard was me clearing the room and a bonus item spawning because of clearing the room. There's nothing else that way. Tab gives you your map and your inventory, which I just have my revolver right now. Let's try this way. We want to find the treasure room. Every floor has a treasure room. There's a locked chest there. I do not have a key, unfortunately. Ooh, jeez. I thought I was going to dodge that, but apparently not. Now, this game does not seem nearly as bullet hell and crazy as something like Paranormal Activity does, but that's not to say it's easy, because it is not easy. There is something I do want to show you about these chests, though. Is locked chests can be opened without a key. You just have to do enough damage to them to break them open. With the revolver, that takes about 50 shots. A rough estimate. And this is probably very boring to watch, so I'll just hope I find a key here on this floor somewhere. This is a dead end, but once you enter the room... Oh, we got the red berserker guy. Don't like him. Him in the eye for his weak point. Eyes are generally the weak points on most of the enemies so far. That is a gambling machine, which we might play around with here in a moment. The weak point on that is that cylinder in the center, obviously. But the weak point on that one is only only open sort of some of the time. Okay, let's go ahead and go gambling some. Because why the hell not? Hey, look at that. 1 coin for 2. That worked out well. I'm not going to press my luck, and I'm just going to walk away a winner. I really do like the aesthetic of this game. These trees. The trees are crazy. Crazy awesome. Let's try this direction, perhaps. Okay, that sound right there. That went quickly, too. Is a timer. If you... Whoa, jeez. Well, that worked out in my favor. Anyway, that was extremely beneficial. That timer beep means there's probably 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes left for me to beat the floor to get a bonus chest on the next floor. There's a key. I needed you. I want to go find that because there are some very useful passive upgrade items that are really hard to find, and I hope this is one of them. No, God, I don't want to pick that up. It's the damn mortar. This is the weapon I hate the most. I am not very good at using it whatsoever. I will try to use it to show you a little bit. You charge up and then you fire. That worked out well, but I usually end up killing myself with it. And it's not good at all for flying enemies. And it's has very limited amount of ammunition. And that timer was me having 1. That's some ammo for that. Me having about 1 minute left to get the bonus chest, which at this rate does not appear it's going to happen. Those turrets, their weak point is on the base of them, actually. Not the eye, like you would originally think. Oh, I'm stuck. Dang it. Got another coin here. I did find the treasure room, which will give me a weapon. And it's shotgun. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up so I can show it to you guys. The shotgun I'm not a big fan of. I think it feels a little underpowered unless you hit an enemy with every single pellet. It doesn't seem to do very much damage. Oh, hey, there's a chest I just forgot to grab, apparently. Now I need to find the exit, and I'm probably just about out of time to get that bonus chest, which is quite unfortunate because getting that in the early levels is extremely beneficial to your survival. And that was the time's up beep. Alright, let's try a shotgun out a little bit here. It is great when you get point blank with stuff, but otherwise I don't find it too useful. I much prefer several other weapons. I like the ray gun the most. There's another coin at least. We'll go ahead and go back to shotgun. And shotgun's also extremely slow to reload. Oh, and I'm dead. Well, let's go ahead and restart. Now, the weapons are interesting. I honestly suggest only picking up one secondary weapon that you like and ignoring the rest. Because when you get weapons, then their ammo start dropping. So the more weapons you have, the more different types of ammo will drop, and the more it will dilute the loot pool, meaning less coins, less hearts, less keys. Also, there are shops that let you get modifications that upgrade your weapons. Your revolver is a really good thing to get some upgrades for because it is your infinite ammunition weapon, and there are some really good upgrades for it. There's really good upgrades for every weapon, but whoa. We got that guy back there. Okay, now we have 2 of them and a guy chasing me. This is when those things become difficult. Just die, please. Thank you. So the more weapons you have on hand, the more different modifications can show up. Oh, I hate those guys. In the shops, diluting the ones you want. Especially if you've picked up weapons you don't actually like and want to buy modifications for. If I have another weapon with me, it means I have an equal chance of getting a shop that has modifications for my revolver and that other weapon. If I have 4 other weapons with me, oh geez, there was one of those floating mines that was sneaking around a corner there. Well, you can shoot them. If you shoot them with a revolver, it doesn't instantly destroy them. It knocks them back, and if they hit a wall or something, they will explode. If you hit them with any other weapon, it will instantly destroy them. Go ahead and check this room. Thank you. We got a floating kite head thing up there and one of these guys. Those guys take 4 shots if you don't hit them in their crit point. 2 if you do. most other enemies you can take out with a single crit shot. Was there a chest or anything up here? Nope. See if we can find... Oh, there's a chest and a gambling machine here. Whoa, something got me already. Oh, that would be the turret behind me. We'll try another game here. I told you it was really difficult. Even more so. I can at least get to level 3 most of the time, but when commentating, it's not any easier. I would like to actually get to level 2 to show you a shop, though. Oh, hey. Hello. Okay, taken care of. This game definitely promotes more accurate in taking your time, lining up your shots than a game like, say, Paranormal Activity. There is a lot of spray and pray, but I only have 1 coin. I'm not going to try to gamble. Most of the time when it comes to gambling, if you play 3 times, you'll usually at least break even. You'll get a hit on the 3rd try. I've never not gotten a payout on the 3rd try in a row. But sometimes the payouts can only be 2, so sometimes you'll end up 1 behind. Sometimes they can be 4, so you'll be 1 ahead, or they'll give 3, and you'll break even. That is a worst case scenario if it takes 3 plays to actually win. There is a chest right there. Oh, no, no. Thank you. This is looking like it's going to go very well at all. This might not be the game I show you at least the 2nd floor on. I will find... Hopefully there's a heart. Nope, a coin. Coins are extremely useful. Those gun modification upgrades you can get can be extremely powerful, especially getting certain ones together. I got a floating mine layer there. And I ran into one of those. Okay. 3rd time's the charm, or is this the 4th time? Let's just pretend this is the 1st time and I'm actually good at this game. Yeah, that sounds like a better plan. These floors just seem to be a lot harder to navigate than they usually are. They're usually a lot smaller on floor 1, where I can find the treasure room and exit quite easily. Unfortunately, there was a wall behind me, so that kept me from walking backwards and dodging that attack like I had wanted to. We will clear that out, though. One thing to keep in mind about those turrets is once you kill them, you got to remember their projectiles are still hanging around because they move slowly. Don't just start running around willy-nilly right after you kill it, because then you'll walk into a projectile like I've done before. You can actually jump over those. Whoa, whoa, I got close to the egg and it decided to trigger the spawn, which can happen and usually scares me every time. Okay, I want this guy dead because I hate those floating mines. They are horrible. They ruin my life. One thing you do have to keep in mind about this game is that there's no hit scan weapons. Well, the ray gun actually is basically a hit scan weapon. But all of your weapons have travel time. Even the revolver that has very quick travel time, the projectile still has travel time. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. And if you are used to playing FPSs that are all hit scan weapons, like most modern FPSs, then that will definitely take a little bit of getting used to. I can hear a staticky sound, so I know there's more of those around. I like to try to take them all out if possible, so I don't come running back through the room later. That is the mortar, which I cannot stand. I will leave it alone. Now this is the treasure room. On floor 1, the treasure room always has a weapon. On floor 2, it always has an active item, an active ability item. And there's sometimes other chests with the one mandatory chest. Sometimes you'll find some coin chests around it or another item chest around it. So even if you don't want any other weapon on floor 1, it's a good idea to check that room for the extra chests that can spawn with it. Whoa, jeez, there's one of those behind me. What is over here? Damn it, one of these guys. Their exploding things, though, can actually kill them and other enemies, as we saw on a previous game when it missed me, killed the guy that was making them, and the red berserker guy that was chasing me, which was pretty amazing. I wish I could replicate that more often. Okay, and again, there's that sound, which means we have an item spawn. Ooh, there was one, but it hit a wall somewhere. Now to find the exit before the timer is up. That is the big goal right now. One thing I do have to say about this game when it comes to sound design, it is very minimalistic. There's no music whatsoever yet. I don't know if that will change in the future. I don't know if that even needs to change in the future. I don't like that thing there. The sound effects are all very simple and clean, but extremely important. Sounds play a big role in this game. Like, you can hear the static sound. That means there's some of these floating around, which lets me know to be careful and look for them. All the enemies have distinct sounds where you can figure out what's around you before you can see it. So the sound design is simple, but very effective. Again, there's like that sound there. It tells you an item spawned. So if you're not facing the middle of the room, you're near the exit door. In some rooms, not always an item will spawn. If you don't hear that sound, you don't have to go and look to make sure an item didn't spawn. You can just keep on going. Save yourself some time, which is important when you're trying to beat the timer. Okay. I have about a minute and a half left. I believe is what 3 beeps means. I know 2 beeps means a minute, so maybe 3 beeps means 2 minutes. And I found the exit. I do have a little bit of time left, so I'm going to go ahead and go clear one more room. The more coins you can get, the better. Gun upgrades are an extremely crucial crucial part of this game. Ah, oh, I have a key. Yes. I'll pick up the cannon. I prefer the ray gun, but the cannon's actually quite useful. I'll show you. Boom. Goodbye. Oh, jeez. But you can also blow yourself up with a cannon, so I'm not going to shoot this guy that's point blank here. Because that would just get me killed. I'm not going to die in this room, I swear. Because then I won't actually get to floor 2. Where I can actually show you a shop. Was that all the enemies? Yes, no item spawned. Okay, that means 1 minute left. So we are going to book it to the exit. Get reloaded here. And make it in time to get our bonus chests, which are very crucial to surviving in this game. Now, as you see here, we have this chest right here. This is our bonus chest for making it in time. We get 2 cannon ammos and 3 coins. So these chests are crucial, really. And here is our first shop. Now we have upgrades that I don't want. I don't want cannon upgrades right now. There's follow crosshair, which means you can, it's like a tracking missile. And add kickback. I guess that adds knockback to enemies it doesn't kill in one shot. But you can pay 2 coins and reset the shop. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And bigger cylinder. Meh. Fancy skull. I do not know what that is. It's okay, I'm going to try to get a couple more coins and find out. I will go ahead and pop out the cannon here. Oh, geez, those things are nasty. And they take quite a bit of damage to kill. There we go. Now that we're on level 2, we're getting some nastier enemies that seem to be mostly just kind of upgraded versions of previous enemies. Alright. Didn't get any coin or anything out of there, so that was a big bust. Let's go ahead and reload this sucker. Whoa! That was really close to my death. That was very terrifying. Give me some coins, please. I want some coins, please. Okay, that took out that guy, so that's a giant plus. I was kind of just doing a blind from left field shot down there to hope to take him out. Good old splash damage. I really do like the cannon, but you can burn, it doesn't hold a whole lot of ammunition. Okay, that was very effective. But I'll quit burning ammo when it's just things that I can kill simply like this. There is another one hiding over there. Oh, it's one of the nastier ones. We'll go ahead and cannon this thing. Okay, we have 9 coins. I want to go see what Fancy Skull does, so we are just going to head back there. One thing I should mention is there are hidden rooms in this game. There is a reference to them in one of the achievements is to find all hidden rooms through a game. And there's also a upgrade for ray gun that supposedly helps you find them. I have spent a lot of time trying. Saves from death. Oh, cool. I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to find and how to enter these secret rooms to no avail. I've heard talks of on some forums about some secret buttons. Oh, I found a secret room. That's quite ironic. Oh, here's the ray gun. I usually only want to stick with one item, but how did I? Oh, I died. The Fancy Skull brought me here. So the Fancy Skull brought me to one of the hidden rooms? There's no map for it? Is there anything under all these weird blocks? I guess not. Or so maybe the Fancy Skull takes you to a hidden room when it revives you, or it makes a hidden room. Oh, jeez. I'm not going to live much longer. I'm running out of time. It brought me back to a very bad spot. Okay, so that was a hidden room. Fancy Skull takes you to a hidden room. Free item along with the saving you from death, so that's a bonus. At least I assume the Fancy Skull took me there, or maybe my death just knocked me into however you're supposed to get into it. How are you supposed to find that in the first place? Okay, so the teleporters are on the floor. I was always looking on walls to find these hidden buttons, so they're on the floor. That's good to know. This might help me drastically in continuing to find those. I don't have much ammo left in my ray gun, but the ray gun has the advantage of instantly hitting where it's pointing. Don't have to worry about projectile travel time. And it is one of my favorite weapons. Get some ray gun ammo. I'm alright with that. That is extremely ironic that I was... Okay, I only have 1 minute. I'm not going to get that bonus this time. Anyway, it was extremely ironic that I was talking about never being able to find the secret rooms. And then, bam, I'm dead in a secret room. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but... It was good timing. Ridiculously good timing. Let's go ahead and go to the good old rocket launcher. There we go. I'm not going to go up there where there's a bunch of those floating mines. That will probably just equal my death. So, hidden buttons on the floor, apparently. So that's a little tip for you guys that I just randomly found out. Since the teleporter was on the floor, I'm going to guess that means how you activate that teleporter is on the floor as well. You get off my balls. And that was the out of time buzz, so I'm hosed there for the bonus chest, which is quite unfortunate. This one here, that moving eye around it is its weak point, and that is extremely hard to effectively hit since it moves. We have an item chest, a chest, and a gambling machine. Now, this is an active item. Finally found an active item, and a key. That's useful. We have lightning bolt, which is not a high-end active item in my opinion, but we'll go ahead and try to play gambling twice. Right mouse button activates your active item. Okay, that was a good call. Give me the coin, thank you. I find that in this newer build of the game, I have played an older build of the game, the passive items are a hell of a lot more rare. Let's go ahead and bring out the big boy here. Aim at their feet. Good. Just, oh geez. I about killed myself there. Okay, that guy's really hard to hit. With a rocket, or a cannon. It's called a cannon, but I'll probably always call it a rocket, since it acts like a rocket. Let's go ahead back to the revolver. Now let's go to the left here. Okay, there is an out, so it might lead to the exit. We are down to not nearly enough shots with this thing. I'm pretty much only surviving because of I had built up a good amount of cannon ammo. Well, so much for surviving. Oh well, let's go back. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Fancy Skulls. I highly recommend this game. Even if this was released as a full version right now, I would still highly recommend it, but it's still just an alpha. There's so much more content to be added. The developer's very much actively working on it, adding new content all the time. This game is $10 on the developer's website normally, but right now is actually on sale for $6, so at the time of this recording there's a sale going on, so you should go grab it. This game is also on Greenlight, so go give this a vote on Greenlight, give it a thumbs up. The link to both of those will be in the description. I've been FedoraG4mer. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.